Dear students of class 8, welcome back. Today I shall discuss chapter number 24. The name of the chapter is Short Compositions. This is the last chapter of your second evaluation syllabus, and in this chapter you are going to learn how to write essay, letter, diary and speech. So we are going to learn, you are going to learn, or you will learn 4 things today. Number 1 is diary, number 2 is essay, number 3 is letter, and number 4 is speech. So please concentrate so that it will be easy for you to understand. So I will begin with diary writing. So at the so we should know what is diary writing. Diary writing is one of the most personal and informal form of writing. A diary writing can be based on an experience, a scene, a description or narration of certain event. So I hope you have understood this. Diary writing is one of the most personal informal form. It is one of the most personal. That means we write personal things. We write about ourselves, what we do. We can write important day-to-day activities or things which are to be done in future. So I hope you understood what is diary writing. So how to write a diary? How to write a diary entry? A good diary writing contains the day, date and time on the left hand. That means it contains so this is the left and this is right. This is left and this is right. So a good diary writing contains the day, date and time on the left hand side. On the left hand side, on the top of the left hand side, it contains day, date and time. We can also write time on the right hand side. We can also write time on the right hand side. We can also, so remember that we can write on the left hand side and also in the right hand side. The content of the diary should be real and natural. That means whatever we will write in diary, it should be real. It should be real and natural. So remember that whatever we write, it should be real. It should give the feeling that you are a part of the situation. So if you write something in a diary, or if you write something, so it should give the feeling that you were present in the, or you were part of the situation and writing your own experience. You should write your own experience. You should write your own experience. And number 3 is name should be written in the end of the in the end. Name should be written at the end. We will write our name. We will write our name on the left side. So I hope you have understood how to write a diary. Let me show you a sample of diary writing. That means, as I said you earlier, day, date and time, we should write the day, date and time on the left hand side. For example, (10) 09 10/09 2000 20. Friday, Friday, Friday. So as I said you earlier, we should write what? Date, day and time on left side, on the top of the left side, and we can write the time on the top of the right side also. So if we write in the left side, on the left side, how it will be? Friday, 8:0 a.m. (10/09/2020), Friday 8 a.m. Friday 8 a.m. If we write the time on the left side, then it will be like this. And if we write on the right side, then how it will be? It will be like this. (6:00 p.m.) So if we write the date, if we write the time on the left side, then it will be like this. And if we want to write on the right side, then it will be like this. Then we will not write this one. Then we will not write this one. So it will be Friday. So I hope you have understood how to. Then we will start our main body. That means whatever we want to write, we have to write here, from here. Suppose this is you have written something. At the end, you have to write your name. At the end, you have to write your name. For example, Abdul. At the end, you have to write your name. So let me repeat once again. Date, day and time. We have to write day, date and time on the top of left side. And we can also write the time on the right side, on the top of right side. Then we have to write the main body. Then at the end, we have to write our name on the left side. So remember this. I hope you have understood how to write diary. Then the next is essay. So how to write essay? So what is essay? It is a written composition giving expression to one's own personal ideas or opinion on some topic. That means we have to write our personal opinion. We have to give our personal opinions in essay. So it is a written composition giving expression to one's own personal ideas or opinions on some topic. So in essay, we give our point of view or our personal opinions or ideas. A good essay should have following features. So I hope you have understood what is essay. A good essay should have following features. A good essay should have following features. Number one is a suitable title. A suitable title. TITLE. a suitable title. My father, my mother, my school, anything. A good, there should be, we should write a suitable title. Number 2 is, it should contain 3 paragraphs. A good essay should contain at least 3 paragraphs. At least 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph should contain 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph should contain introduction, a good introduction. You can see in your book, introduce, first paragraph, introduce the topic in an interesting manner and creates an interest of the reader to read on. You have to write an introduction, attractive introduction in first paragraph. Then in the second paragraph should contain we have to discuss the topic in detail. That means if our topic is my school or my father or my best friend or my aim in life, then first paragraph introduction should be there in first paragraph, and it should be attractive. Remember this. So it should attract the examiner. And in second paragraph we will discuss the essay in detail. We have to write down our own ideas, and we can support our ideas by examples also. So the third is the conclusion. In third paragraph we have to write the conclusion. We have to conclude the essay, and in conclusion we may give suggestion, solutions. We may give suggestion or solution. Suppose if a problem related or a topic is given where you can give your own ideas, so you can give it at the end. You can suggest, or you can give if you have any solution, then you can write this in the conclusion. Remember this. So the first paragraph, we have introduction, we have to introduce. The first paragraph is introduction. We should write an attractive introduction. The second is we have to discuss the topic. The second paragraph, in second paragraph we have to discuss the topic in detail. We have to discuss the topic in detail, and if needed we have to support our ideas with examples to justify our point, of view, or to justify our ideas. We can write examples, or we can give examples or example. So third paragraph is the conclusion. So we have to conclude the essay, and if we can, then we can give suggestion, or even if we can, then we can also give solution of the problem. So I hope you have understood this. So a suitable title. So at the beginning, a suitable title, then introduction, you will introduce, then what? Body. That means second paragraph is you will discuss the topic in detail. In second paragraph you will discuss the topic in detail. In third you will conclude it, and if you want you can give suggestion. Remember this. So the essay should follow a certain ordered line of thought that is logically organized. That means the essay should be logically organized. The language of the essay should be simple and clear. Language of the essay should be simple and clear. Remember this. It should be logically organized, and the language of the essay should be simple and clear. So I hope you have understood how to write essay. Remember the points which I have discussed. So if you write like this, then you will get good marks, or your essay will be attractive. So if you specimen is there in your book, so you can look in your book so that it will help you. Homework should not be given. Importance of English. So 2 essays are given. You read 2-3 times, then you will get idea. you will get ideas. So, the third is letter writing. How to write letter. How to write letter. I hope you have understood how to write diary and how to write essay. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R, letter. How to write letter writing. So, letter writing. In your book, only formal letter is given. Specimen of formal letter is given. So, generally there are two types of letters are there. One is formal and the other is informal. A formal letter is written for official purpose. A formal letter is written for official purpose. A formal letter is written for official purpose. Formal letters are written for specific purposes like making complaints, placing order or making enquiries. Official letters are written to the principal of an institution or any head of an organization. These letters are also formal in tone and language. So, if we understand what is informal, then it will be easy for us to understand what is formal letter. Informal is, it is a non-official letter that we usually, it is a non-official letter that we usually use to write to our friends, family and relatives. To write to our friends, family and relative, it is unofficial letter. And official letter by the name, it is what? Informal letter. The letter that we usually use to write to our friends, family or relatives, it is informal letter. And formal is, other than this, all are formal. And as I told you earlier that a formal letter is written for official purpose. The tone of the letter is structured. Formal letters may be written to institution, government department, business letters, etc. Formal letters may be written to institutions, government department, business letter, etc. So, I hope you have understood what is formal and informal letter. In your book, only specimen of formal letter is there, but informal letter is not there. But I will discuss both types of letters. I will discuss both the types. So, let me start with formal letters. How to write the formal letter? How to write formal letters? Formal, F-O-R, formal letters, F-O-R-M-A-L, formal letters, L-E-T-T-E-R-S, formal letters. So, formal letter is written for official purposes. Remember this. So, how to write? You should always remember the format, because format is very essential, and if you forget the format, then you will get less marks. So, remember the format. In your book also, specimen of formal letter is given. So, you can take the help of book. Here only I will show the format of the letter, how to I will not write the body of the letter. So, I will write the format of the letter. Before writing, let me discuss. So, it will be easier for you to understand. It will be easy for you to understand. So, what we will do? We will so, now I am going to discuss formal letters. Formal letter, remember this. So, sender's address. In the left side, there sender's address. That means, if I am sending the letter, I am the sender. So, sender's address should be there. Should we always write your address? That means sender address. That means your address on the left hand corner. On the left hand corner, you need to mention your street, city, and pin code. And pin code. So, sender's letter should be there at the beginning. That means, if I am sending the letter, then I will write my address on the top of left side. Remember this. Then what? Below the sender address, we have to write the receiver address. That means to whom I am sending. If I am sending to an institution, then I will mention their address. At the beginning, what? I will write my address. I will write my address. That means, if I am the sender, then I will write. If you are the sender, then you will write your address. And below the sender's address, you are to write the address of the person to whom you are sending. Of the person to whom you are sending. I hope after this class you will not forget. If you don't look at the book also, then you will remember the format. If you just pay attention, then it will be easy for you. As I said to you earlier, to pay attention at the beginning, to pay attention, then it will be easy for you to understand easily. So, as I said to you at the beginning, sender's address, then below the sender's address, we have to write the address of the receiver. Address of the receiver. Then, after this subject, we have to write the subject. Subject is the agenda or purpose of writing the letter. So, it is the subject is the agenda. Through this, one can understand what this letter contains, what the letter is about. So, subject is the agenda or purpose of the writing or purpose of writing the letter. Remember, keep the subject brief. Keep it brief. If you can write in single line, then it will be good. So, subject is the agenda or purpose of writing the letter. Keep it brief. So, remember this: sender's address, receiver address, then subject. Then salutation. Salutation means, if you have seen dear sir, dear madam. So, we have to write the salutation. So, I hope what is salutation? A greeting in words or action, or the words used at the beginning of a letter or a speech. So, I hope a greeting in words or actions, or the words used at the beginning of a letter or a speech. So, sender's address, then receiver address, then subject, then salutation, that means dear sir, dear madam. So, then body of the letter. After this, body of the letter, whatever you want to write. So, then body of the letter. Then at the end, yours truly, Abdul, you will write your name is truly. So I hope you have understood. Let me show you one so that it will be more clear to you. It will be more clear to you. So, as I said to you earlier, to write the sender's address at the beginning. for example, Al Hira, Al Hira Al Hira, HIRA, Al Hira National, NATIONAL, Al Hira National School, SCHOOL, Al Hira National School, Al Hira National School. So, as I said you earlier, we have to write the sender's address, Khadiman, Al Hira National School, Khadiman, Badarpur, BA Badarpur, Al Hira National School, Khadiman, Badarpur, Al Hira National School. You can, if you want, if you can put a comma here, you have to put a comma here. So, Al Hira National School, Khadiman, Badarpur, Khadiman, Badarpur. So this is the address of the sender. This is the address of the sender. This is the address of the sender. So if it is a street, that means 12th lane dash street, then we can write the name of the street. So we have to write the address of the sender at the beginning. Then we have to write the address of the receiver, address of the receiver. The Director General, DIRE, Director General, GENERL, General, All India Radio, All India Radio, RADIO Radio, New Delhi, New DELHIR. So I have written the address of the sender at the beginning. As I said you earlier, after the address of the sender, we have to write the address of the receiver. So this is the address of the receiver. This is the address of the receiver. The Director General, All India Radio, New Delhi. So this is the address of the receiver. And if you write something to the editor or newspaper, then you have to write the date. You have to write the date. For example, if it is the editor, so if we are writing something, if we want to send a letter to the editor or to a newspaper like this, editor, then we have to write the date. We have to write the date. 15 September 2019 or 20. So we have to write the editor, then we can write the editor. The editor. So we have to write, if we are sending a letter to the editor, then we have to write the date and then editor. And if we are not writing to the editor, then we will write Director General, All India Radio, New Delhi. So I hope you have understood this. And format is specimen is there in your book. It will help you more. Specimen is there in your book. It will help you more. So at the beginning we have to write the sender address. Then address of the receiver, then address of the receiver. So I hope you have understood this, you have understood this. So if it is newspaper, we will write Hindustan Times, The Hindu, The Telegraph. So we have to write The Telegraph, Graph, Telegraph. So sender's address, receiver address, then the next is subject, then the next is subject. SUBJECT, then the next is subject, then the next is subject. So after senders and receiver address, we have to write the subject, anything subject, payment of loan. So after this we have to write the subject, then salutation, we have to write dear after subject, then we have to write salutation, dear sir, dear madam, whatever you want to write, you can write dear sir, dear madam, or you can write only sir. Remember to put the comma after dear sir or madam, we have to put the comma. Then we have to write, then the body of the letter, then the sender's address, receiver address, subject, salutation, that means dear sir, dear madam, then body of the essay, then at the end yours truly, Abdul, or you can write anything, any name you want to write. So yours truly, remember to put a comma here. So I hope you have understood. Sender's address, receiver's address, then subject, then salutation, then body of the letter, then we have to complete it like this. I hope you have understood how to write a formal letter. Then the next is informal letter. Remember the format or structure, it is very important. If you make any mistake, your marks will be deducted. So remember the format. Now informal letter. Informal letter, LETTER. So as I said you earlier that informal letter is a non-official letter that we usually use to write to our friends, family or relatives. So I hope you have understood. So how to write an informal letter. Sender address should be, we have to write the sender's address on top right hand side, on the top of right hand side. So we have to write the address here, then salutation on left side. If we write address here, sender's address, then dear sir, my loving brother, my loving uncle. So we have to write like this. So and at the end we have to write at the end, then the body, after salutation, then body of the letter, then at the end of the body we have to write your loving brother, your loving sister, your loving son, like this. If we want to write, then we can write like this. Then we have to write the name. Then at the end of yours loving brother, sister, then we have to write what? Receiver address. The address of the receiver. Let me show you how to write informal letter. So please concentrate. For example, Hadiman, Hadiman, Badarpur, Badar, Badar, Hadiman, Badarpur, so you will write the address like this. Then you have to write the date. You have to write the date. 10th September, ACPTEM, BR 10 September 2020. If you put comma, then it will be better. So 10 September 2020. So you will write the address of the sender. That means if I am sending the letter to my father, then I will write my address at the top. I will write the address on left side of the top. Remember this. If I am sending the letter, then I will write my address from where I am writing. So then after writing the address, we have to write the salutation. That means, my dear brother, my dear father. Where we will write? It should be there. My dear brother, or you can write my dear father, my dear mother, anything you want to write. My dear brother, BROTH, my dear brother, BROTHER. So it should be, the address of the sender should be little above than this one, little. So the way I have written, you have to write like this. So remember, sender's address, then salutation, my dear brother. Then you have to put a comma. You have to put a comma. Then the body of the letter. Then the body of the letter. Whatever you want to write, you have to write in the body of the letter. Then the body of the letter. So sender's address, salutation, then body of the letter. Then you have to write. I hope you have understood this. Up to body of the letter you have understood. Sender's address, salutation, then body of the letter. Then after the body of the letter we have to write what? Your loving brother, or you can write your loving son. Whatever you want to write, you can write your loving brother Kabir, 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 your loving brother Kabir. Put a comma here. So your loving brother Kabir. Then after this, here you will give a box and write the what? After this, you will give a box like this, and you will write the address of the receiver. You will write the address of the receiver. I hope up to this you have understood. So first address of the sender, then salutation, then body of the letter, then your loving brother Kabir. Then after this At the end, we have to write what? On at the end of the left side, we have to write the address of the receiver. Address of the receiver. I hope you have understood this. So how to write address of the receiver? Address of the receiver to x, to x. So in exam you have to write like this, to x, to x. You have to write the address, then village x, village x. In real, if you want to write a letter, that means if you want to send a letter to your brother, then you have to write the name of your brother. That means to you can write the name of your brother, father, to whom you want to send. Then village, that means his address, village x, post office, post office, post office, then pin, and if he is staying in different state, then you can also write the name of the state, district, name of the, you can write the name of the district here, district, or you can write district here, DIST. Then if he is staying, then pin, PIN, pin. Then you have to write the pin. You can write like this, XXAB00 in place of pin. If you want to send a real letter, then you have to write only. Then if he is staying in different state, then you have to write the name of the state. State is Y. So in exam you have to write like this. And if you want to send a letter to someone in real, then you will write the, you will not write X, Y, Z like this. You will write the name of the person, village of the person. So I hope you have understood how to write formal and informal letter. So the next is speech. The next and the last topic is speech. So what is speech? So speech is delivered to an audience verbally. So speech is delivered in front of an audience or to an audience verbally. For speech to be effective, if you want your speech to be effective, keep the following points in mind. Keep the following points in mind. So, what is speech is delivered to an audience verbally. If you look at your book, then you can see a speech is different from an essay. As it delivered to an audience verbally, it is an aspect of public speaking. So, if we want our essay to be effective, then we should keep the following points in mind. A speech should begin with formal address and end with formal thanks. That means we should begin our speech by formal. We should begin our speech with formal address. That means good morning, good evening. Like this we have to start our speech. Then we have to end our speech with formal thanks, like thank you for being a wonderful audience. So we have to end like this. We will start with formal address and end with formal thanks. So remember the points to make your speech effective. Then the next is the tone of a speech is less formal, so it can be conversational. That means our speech can be conversational. The speaker can use rhetorical question in his speech. Rhetorical question in his speech. For example, would you not agree with me, or you must be aware of it, aware of it. What is rhetorical question? The question in which we don't expect answers. We don't. So a question that does not expect an answer. This is rhetorical question. For example, would you not agree with me, or you must be aware of it. So if we use rhetorical question in our speech, it will be more interesting. It will be more interesting. And we can what? Keep the audience engaged to what we say. They will listen to us carefully if we can make the speech interesting. Then the next is, we should use various examples to support our speech. We should use various examples to support our speech. And if you look at the book, then you can see the content of the speech should be supported by various examples, anecdotes, quotes, or data. So our speech should be supported by various examples, anecdotes. So what is anecdotes? Short interesting stories about a real person or event. Short interesting stories about a real. So we can, if we use anecdotes, then it will be more interesting. Then our speech will be more interesting. Then the conclusion should be effective and should create an impact. The conclusion of our speech should be effective and should create an impact on the audience. So we should not make our speech boring. If we make our speech boring, then no one will listen to our speech. So to make our speech effective, we have to remember the points, or you have to remember the points which I have discussed. So if you follow those points, then you can make your speech more effective. So specimen is there. So if you read twice or thrice, then it will help you and you can understand better. So I hope you have understood how to write diary, letter, speech, and essay. So this is the end of this chapter. If you find any problem while going through the video, please call me at night.